Hey everybody, welcome back to our Let's Learn series where we are discussing Call of Duty Advanced Warfare and try to give you as much of a competitive edge as possible. Today we are talking about the most competitive, which is ranked play.
It's almost like that's a competitive bracket.
Yeah. So, ranked play was in Black Ops 2 most prominently, and it's returned in Advanced Warfare. It is essentially a matchmaking system that plays by esports or MLG rules.
Okay.
So it's 4 versus 4 matches on select maps and game modes. I'm playing Uplink on Comeback, which is a very common setup in MLG. So 4v4, and essentially you gain and lose points by wins and losses and try to rank up through the divisions.
Okay.
The divisions are bronze, silver, gold, platinum, diamond, master, and the top is grandmaster, which is for the top 100 players every season.
Alright. How long's the season?
About 4 weeks.
Okay.
Usually once a month.
Okay.
So basically, if you win, it judges your chances of winning a game and awards points respectively. If you have, fortunately, it doesn't match you exclusively within your division.
Okay.
So if you have 4 gold players playing 4 bronze players, you might get 10 points for a win. If you have 4 bronze players beat the 4 gold players, then they'll get 25 points for the win.
Okay. And does it affect, like, the loss?
Same thing on the other side, where the bronze guys would lose maybe 10 or maybe 5. The gold guys would probably lose 20.
Okay. Oh, it's definitely an interesting way to do it.
Yeah, and so once you get to 100 points in any division, you'll have to basically confirm it by playing 3 more games, and you got to win 2 or 3 out of the 3. And once you've done that, then you'll progress to the next bracket. So you get 100 points in bronze, win 2 out of 3 of the next games, and you'll become silver.
And I'm assuming that in those games there, they would try to have bronze versus bronze, or bronze versus silver, I guess?
It's still kind of broad matchmaking.
Okay. Fair enough.
Yep.
Now, I know there was some other differences that came with ranked play, because you mentioned MLG rules, so I'm assuming that there's probably different loadouts that you can have and such too?
Yeah, there's so you may notice that I actually have a respawn timer. I can't just respawn when I want to. You may have also noticed there that one of my goddamn teammates is fucking AFK.
Which definitely isn't going to help.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a respawn timer. Kill cams are disabled. You can't force your respawn like you can in regular multiplayer. Aside from that, it is specific matches and game modes and maps.
Okay.
It'll only be hardpoint, search and destroy, uplink, and capture the flag. And there'll be specific maps for each of those. Like there's 4 hardpoint maps, 3 capture the flag maps, 3 uplink maps, and 6 search and destroy maps.
Okay.
And then for your actual loadout, there's restrictions for that as well. If you get into a ranked play and none of your classes are actually eligible, then you're not going to be able to pick a class. You may have to pick one of the default ones. So make sure that you do not have equipped any secondary launchers, any primary specials, the grenade launcher attachment, the akimbo attachment, or the tracker attachment, the tracking drone or explosive drone, the bombardier wildcard, the UAV score streak, care package score streak, or systematic score streak, or the exo abilities ping, stim, or cloak.
Okay. So, I guess some of those, I don't think we've talked about some of those attachments. We'll probably be doing that later, though.
Yeah, we might.
Okay. Alright, so what other types of... Obviously, these are going to be the tryhards.
Yes, this is the tryhardiest, sweatiest of the tryhard sweatiest.
Okay.
Hence why I'm using my ASM-1 Speakeasy, which is a absolutely unbelievably fantastic gun, but it's crazy strong. This is a huge, you're at a huge advantage if you can find a few people to play this one with. Communication is enormous. Have you ever heard the MLG guys talking when they play? It's incredible the chatter that they just scream at each other. There's a lot to be said. Aside from that, yeah, you should... Helps if you have people to play with, especially because, well, they do kind of penalize people for leaving games in progress. A lot of people are going to leave games in progress anyway. So if you end up in a situation where you're 3 versus 4, or the game I actually played before this was Search and Destroy, and we ended up 2 versus 4,
Yeah.
you're not going to win. And that can get very frustrating, and then you want to leave the match as well, and then you get penalized for leaving the match.
Don't be that guy.
Yeah. So it can be very frustrating if you don't have a party to play with.
And this is where some of the, I guess, some terms that I think we've talked about, like dashboarding comes in to save those points. And
Yeah.
not lose them. And yeah, in my opinion, that's never something you should do. It's only going to inflate your stats, and it's going to. It's
just
not
a
going
dick
to be
move.
fair in how it's done, right?
Yeah.
If you only keep your wins, are you really that rank?
No, you're dead. As far as what happens if you actually get to the higher ranks, aside from, bragging rights, there is specific... At the end of the season, you will be rewarded a gear for your rank. I think it's just... for the lower ranks, it's for everything except Master, it's a loadout. And for Master... or for Grandmaster, it's a loadout and a helmet. Okay. And they are pretty sick.
Yeah, you can find them just on the Call of Duty sites. They have an images and such of it. So I guess is there any real talking points about the game modes? I mean, so obviously the loadouts are different. You're still going to be going into these game modes the same way, right? As we've talked about before, or are you going to be playing
any
different?
of the advice that we've talked about in our game mode specific things still is relevant. Expect. I hate to say it, but you can kind of expect crappier connections because there's fewer people playing. It's hard to get local matchmaking.
Okay.
At least for me, anyway. I found that my connection was worse in ranked than it was elsewhere. Expect to be playing against people who know what they're doing. Expect to be playing against people who are in a party and are communicating and are there to try very, very hard.
Okay.
That's the whole point. If you're going to get easily frustrated by playing against good players, probably not good.
Okay. Now, is there I think when we were kind of recording some of the footage, you were talking about these things like where you stay in the matches a little bit longer. Was that just me misreading? Like, I guess Search and Destroy. Search and Destroy is a set number of matches and such. You don't have drop-ins and.
You mean?
Yeah, questions I can ask them properly. You don't have. You can never join a game in progress.
No, that's the thing. That's what the problem is with. I just saved that goal. So yeah, that's the problem with leaving a match, is that there is no joining matches in progress, and as such, if you leave your team, then they're not going to get another person, and they're going to be down a man for the rest of the match.
Yeah, and nothing you can do to reset the match either, really, other than rage quitting yourself, I guess.
Yeah,
why would you do that? Don't be that guy.
No, don't be that guy. Yeah, I'm also using a few things that I don't normally use. I'm using stun grenades because, well, that's partially an uplink thing too, because you can detonate them immediately, and partially because they're effective.
Okay.
I'm using overclock for speed, but that's what I would use in uplink pretty much anyway.
So what makes the stun grenades... Because you said it was only partially uplink, so what would make stun grenade better over a frag grenade in ranked play?
Because you can detonate it when you want to.
Okay.
Frag grenade, you have to cook it, and which can be useful if you time it, but basically when you're on the move, I'm playing very aggressively, so I don't have time to cook a frag grenade. I don't have time to wait for a Semtex grenade to explode on its timer. I can throw a stun grenade with fast hands, explode it almost immediately, and then shoot them, and they probably won't be able to fight back.
Okay. Oh, it makes sense. And yeah, I can definitely see how that's important, especially if everyone's being that more aggressive. So I'm guessing that's probably things you don't see as much. You're probably not going to see as many people just spawn camping and such like that because...
Well, actually, there totally is.
Okay.
Hey, that guy's crotch. So if you see, we actually went into overtime. After all that fight, we ended up... Somebody saved the day. We were down by 1 point with like 15 seconds left, and guy got the goal. I was super psyched about that guy. And we ended up going into overtime, which is fucking fantastic.
Is that... I can't remember. I don't think we had overtime before. Is that one...
Uplink overtime is whoever scores first.
Okay.
The other team has to then... They'll switch sides, and the other team has to score faster. Okay. So we just did it in 14 seconds.
Right. And now they have to do it in 14 or less.
Yeah. So you'll notice I actually switched weapons here to the Bal 27, because the side that we're on now, we can basically see the ball right from where we are. And I'm just going to basically play some defense here and pick people off with the balance, because I only have to do it for fucking 10 seconds.
Yeah.
If we got that first ball hit there, we basically won, which we did. And we won. Yeah, get on my level.
And so if they got it in there, if they did theoretically get it in 13 seconds, would you then have to get it in 12? Or?
No, then I think they win.
Oh, okay.
Although, honestly, I don't think I've ever personally encountered that situation. It put me on the spot.
It's an interesting thought, right?
So yeah, that's pretty much it. Find some friends, pair up together. You can see I got my 25 points because I don't normally play this, so I was bronze with a silver and a platinum versus 2 golds and 2 bronzes, I think.
Okay.
I didn't get a good look there. So yeah. Leave that fucking lobby, that's right. I recorded my ranked play video. I'm never playing again. I actually enjoy it.
You used to be ranked play, didn't you?
No, I did a lot of Clan Wars in Diamond.
Okay.
I did do some ranked play in... Or sorry, fuck, did I say ranked?
Yeah.
Clan Wars in Ghosts. I did a lot, and we were Diamond Division and that. I did do some ranked play in Black Ops 2, but it wasn't hugely my thing.
Alright.
If you like game battles, this is essentially game battles, but within the game, without having to do your matchmaking online. You get to do matchmaking within the system. If you're looking for a tougher competitors, it's the place to look. Overall, it's just a harder version. People are going to be pulling out their best weapons and putting on their try-hard panties, and go hard.
Alright.
Follow the advice we used for our other game mode videos. Take advantage of the respawn timer. Do your callouts, listen to their callouts, and play the game.
Alright.
Alright guys, as always, thank you very, very, very much for watching. We will be back again tomorrow with more Let's Learn, and back every single day with new videos, so be sure to check those out, subscribe to see them all, and we will see you next time.
Have a good one.
Bye.
Bye.